Hello and welcome back to the next session of human health and disease. Now in this session we are going to continue the further part of health and disease. So in the previous session we have discussed regarding the definition of the health, disease, types of diseases, then how to maintain the good health, how to maintain proper hygiene, proper diet, food, exercise, everything. And I have told you how to take clean bath also. So with these basic concepts, let's move on to the next part. Next part is regarding the diseases. And in the disease, as we say, it is an unhealthy condition of the body. And after this, we are going to discuss the detailed account of infectious diseases, which are also called as a communicable disease. And later comes the non-communicable disease as well as non-infectious diseases. Now we came across one disease that is fatal in infectious, that is AIDS, and one disease in non-infectious which is fatal, that is cancer. So let's start with the first part, infectious disease. Let's see them one by one with the title called as infectious diseases. So these infectious diseases, they are also termed as a communicable disease because these disease can be easily spread from one person to another person. Either it is a direct transmission or a indirect transmission. Irrespective of that, infectious disease can be easily transmitted from one to the other person. So let's start with the first disease, as we made the list of all these diseases in the yesterday's session, which follows like the common cold, pneumonia is there, typhoid, malaria, ascariasis, amoebiasis, then we have filariasis as well as a ringworm disease. This is according to your NCERT. Apart from this, we have lot many diseases where you are going to study in the medical science. Then let's start with the first disease, first infectious disease, which is termed as a common cold. As the name says, common cold. Common cold is a viral disease that is mainly caused by rhinovirus. So let's go to the cause of common cold. So it is caused by rhinovirus. And hence we call this as a viral disease. So it is a viral disease. Now there are different strains of rhinoviruses that causes the common cold. And this common cold, it mainly infects the upper respiratory tract, mainly the nasal chamber as well as the tracheal system. So it infects only the upper respiratory tract. If we compare it with the next disease where we come across pneumonia, pneumonia causes infection to lower respiratory tract. Lower respiratory tract refers to alveoli, while the common cold, it infects the upper respiratory tract, mainly the nasal cavity along with the trachea. Okay, so this is regarding the part of infection. Now let's go to the mode of transmission. Now how the common cold is spread from one person to another person. The first thing that we come across here is it is due to droplet infection. It is due to droplet infection, either through the cough or through the sneeze. If one person comes in direct contact or if the person gets exposed to the droplets, then definitely the person will get common cold. Then apart from the droplet infection, this is the mode of direct transmission where it can be spread from one person to another person. It is the mode of direct transmission. There are certain indirect transmissions also. Then apart from droplet infection, common cold can be transmitted through pens, then books, cups, then computer keyboards, mouse, doorknobs, door handles. So it comes through certain utensils. Now here what we have, apart from droplet infection, this is direct transmission, and rest all are indirect transmission. What is this indirect transmission? So pen, book, cups, so how it is transmitted? You people have a habit of putting the pen into your mouth. What you do is, while sitting in the class, you just put the pen in your mouth, you just keep it on the bench, and what your friends will do, they will take your pen, they will put it in their mouth. So this is how the common cold can be transmitted, through the pens, even from the books if there are any droplets on it, cups, then computer keyboards and computer mouse. So these are the various methods of transmission, where we also call them as a indirect transmission. So we are taking only few examples of your NCERT. Apart from that, other sorts of indirect transmissions are also there, as we have discussed, as I have told you, through the door knobs, door handles. Okay, as you are facing the situation of COVID-19, even COVID-19 is nothing but it is a viral disease only, which is which causes the common cold also. Common cold is one of the symptom of the COVID-19. Okay, as you go through the caller tone of your mobiles, what they suggest is about the precaution measures to take for this virus. It is not so deadly, so no need to get panic. Only the thing is awareness is must. So that's why, as far as this common cold is concerned, this is the method of transmission. Then next comes how, what are the parts which are infected through the common cold. Now here let's go to the symptoms. The symptoms includes nasal congestion, then discharge, nasal congestion and nasal discharge, or in other words we also call it as a running nose. Nasal congestion, ಮೂಗು ಗಟ್ಟುವುದು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೇಸಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆರ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ನೋಸ್. ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ನೋಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಮೂಗು ಓಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ಮೂಗು ಸೋರುವುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ this is the symptom. Then apart from that, there might be slight cough, sneezing, headache. Okay, so all these are the other symptoms. The major symptom is sneezing, nasal congestion as well as a nasal discharge, and mainly it infects the upper respiratory tract. Remember this point, common cold, it mainly affects the upper respiratory tract, and that upper respiratory tract, it includes what? It includes the nasal cavity as well as it may also include the trachea. Okay, so this is regarding the part of the symptoms. Then how to prevent this? The mode of transmission has to be prevented, that is a preventive measure. Okay, the mode of transmission, how it is spread, it has to be avoided. So use your handkerchief while sneezing and coughing. So do not get exposed to the persons who are sneezing or coughing openly. Then wash your hands regularly. This is a common symptom and the sign, as well as these things you are going through it now at present. So that's why the mode of transmission has to be avoided. Understood? So this is regarding the part of the method of prevention. What is the treatment for this? For this we can take the decold tablets, anti-cold tablets, as well as even we can go with other sorts of medical procedures also. Now if you take the tablets, the common cold can be cured in 1 week, and if you do not take the tablets, it will be cured in 7 days. Hingandre enu eradu onde. That means a common cold is a common disease that comes and goes to the humans. So that's why what has to be done here is, so precaution is needed to avoid the common cold. Okay, so this is regarding the part of the common cold along with this we can add the preventive measures also and the treatment also. So for this, if you go for the treatment, so there is no as such particular treatment for this. Only the thing is, if the person is infected with a severe common cold, then he has to take certain antibiotics along with the D-cold or anti-cold tablets. Okay. So this is regarding the part of the first infectious disease where we call it as a common cold. So with this, let's move on to the second type of disease. Okay. Now after the common cold, as we came across the part of the common cold, then the symptoms also. Now in the symptoms you can add a few more points also, like the hoarseness meaning change in the voice. So how do we come to know that the person has infected with the common cold? Common cold ಅಥವಾ ನೆಗಡಿ ಆಗೈತೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದ? So when you will be talking with your friends, so based on their sound you can easily identify that the person is infected with the common cold. It is due to change in voice, where we call it as a hoarseness. Okay, so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ hoarseness ಅಂತಲೂ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, right? Then let's go to the next one. Next one is a pneumonia. Now common cold is a viral disease, pneumonia is a bacterial disease. ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾದಿಂದ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. Pneumonia infects the lower respiratory tract, while common cold infects the upper respiratory tract. Now let's go to this. Let's go for the cause of pneumonia. Cause, it is caused by bacteria. It is mainly caused by bacteria, and the name of that bacteria that causes pneumonia is Streptococcus pneumonia and Haemophilus influenza. Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenza. So these are the various strains of bacteria that causes the disease pneumonia. So pneumonia is caused by Streptococcus pneumonia as well as Haemophilus influenza. Okay. Then apart from this, let's go to the mode of transmission. Mode of transmission. Now how it is spread from one person to another person? Mainly it is through the droplet infections. Through infections and by aerosols. So it affects the lower respiratory tract, mainly the alveoli. So which are the organs that are affected by pneumonia? Similarly, which are the organs that are affected by common cold? Common cold is mainly nasal passage, nasal cavity and the. Now as far as pneumonia is concerned, pneumonia it infects the lower respiratory tract. So here let's write the name as symptoms. It infects the lower respiratory tract. So lower respiratory tract is infected by this disease, pneumonia. Now what exactly is mode of transmission? Through droplet infections and by aerosols. Droplet infection again by cough and sneeze. Then through aerosols. Mainly in case of the persons who are suffering with the disease pneumonia, they will be having tightness in the chest. Chest or tight, breathlessness antirtada. To clear that passage, because the alveoli gets blocked due to accumulation of more fluids. As a result, an aerosol, oral spray will be given. Asthma patient can get aerosols spray. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೆಮ್ಮು ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ದ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ, ದೆನ್ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಗ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯುವಂಥ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಕುಡಿದು ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್, then ultimately the person will get pneumonia. Okay, so here in the symptoms it infects the lower respiratory tract. Then apart from this, lower respiratory tract ad bandaga alveoli, the alveoli gets damaged. That means the alveoli, they get accumulated with what? With the fluids. So here alveoli of lungs, mainly the alveoli of the lungs gets blocked. So how the alveoli of the lungs gets blocked here? Filled with fluids, or let us say with the mucus, kapha anta ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, so as a result there will be congestion. So congestion of the chest. Then apart from these other symptoms, it includes fever. So even we observe the fever due to the infection. Then apart from this, cough, headache, then tightening in the chest, yadi bigidanga agudu. So there is tightening in the chest also. Then apart from this, in severe cases, so here what happens if the condition becomes more severe? The lips and fingernails turns grey to bluish. Now here the lips as well as the fingernails, they turn from grey color to bluish color. Okay, so this is lack of oxygen where more carbon dioxide is accumulated in the body. So that's why pneumonia is a little bit more dangerous than the common cold, where the treatment has to be taken, right? The treatment has to be taken with the antibiotics. Lot of antibiotics are there, like penicillin is there, tetracycline, erythromycin, kanamycin, azithromycins. So lot of antibiotics are there. So with all the antibiotic, we won't cure only one disease. We use any one of the antibiotic that is best suited to kill this bacteria, Streptococcus pneumonia bacteria, right? So this is regarding the part of the second disease called as a pneumonia. So with this we'll move on to the next disease. The next disease is typhoid. Let's go to the third one. Third one is typhoid disease. Now as already many of the persons will be infected with the typhoid. Typhoid is again a bacterial disease. So it is a bacterial disease. So let's go to the cause. Cause, it is caused by bacteria. So this is also a bacterial disease. Common cold, viral disease. Pneumonia, bacterial disease. Typhoid, bacterial disease. Now it is caused by bacteria, and the name of the bacteria is Salmonella typhi. The name of the bacteria is Salmonella typhi. It causes what? The disease typhoid. Then comes mode of transmission. Mode of transmission, how it is spread from one person to another person. It is mainly spread through contaminated food and water. So here it is spread through contaminated food and water. What is this contamination? So contamination, it refers to food infected with the bacteria, water infected with the bacteria. Due to unhygienic practice, if the bacteria is present on the foodstuffs, that's why what we say is do not consume the unhygienic food, because the disease can be easily contaminated through the flies also, mainly the house flies. House flies mukantaranu contamination ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದ. So how it is? Now house flies, when they sit on the garbages consisting of this bacteria, again if the foodstuffs are open in the home, if they come and sit on these foodstuffs, we are consuming it, then definitely we are getting infected with the disease, typhoid. So that's why avoid use of contaminated food and water. Always drink clean water, always have warm foods, so that even though if the bacteria is there, if it is boiled, it will be killed. But when the foodstuffs gets cold and if it is not closed in a vessel, then ultimately chance of contamination is high, chance of contamination is more. So that's why this has to be avoided, otherwise the person will get infected very soon. So this is the mode of transmission. Okay, then with this let's go to the symptoms. In the symptom, usually fever will be very high. Okay, while in case of this, even we have the fever, but this fever is a little bit less while compared to that of the typhoid. And in the typhoid, we have sustained high fever. Sustained high fever of about 39 degrees to 40 degree Celsius. So high fever will be there. Here also we have the fever, but this fever are low while compared to that of the typhoid, because in the typhoid we have sustained high fever. Then apart from that, weakness will be there. Weakness, stomach pain, headache. Okay, look at the symptoms and compare it with that of the pneumonia, right? So we have all these symptoms. Along with that, there is a lot of loss of appetite. So consumption of food gets also decreased. Then if it is left untreated, then it leads to intestinal perforations. Intestine ಒಳಗಡೆ hole ಬೀಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ start ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ if it is left untreated. So that's why typhoid has to be treated, pneumonia has to be treated with antibiotics. We cannot leave it like common cold, right? So they are a little bit more dangerous if the treatment is not taken. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. So treatment is must and necessary also, right? So these are the major symptoms of the disease typhoid. Then here we have the symptoms, there also we have the symptoms. And for the typhoid, there is a test. The test that can be used to detect the typhoid is a wild test. The test which is to identify Salmonella typhi virus is a wild test. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ವೈಡಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ವೈಡಲ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. It means that you are suffering with this bacteria, so that bacteria is present in the body. So that's why Widal test is a test that is used to detect the disease typhoid. Idu objective question, 1 mark da keltara. Name the test that is used to detect the disease typhoid. So it is the Widal test. So based on this, there is a story of a cook called as Mary Mallon. So there was a cook named Mary Mallon. Now what is the story? Almost this happened in 1900 century. She was a cook, Mary Mallon was a cook in a home. She was having typhoid, and as she was cooking in different homes, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮನೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಳು. As she was suffering with this typhoid, through contamination, she started to spread the disease. Almost she has spread disease to many persons. Out of that, few of them died also. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗತೈತಿ, ಯಾರಿಂದ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ದೆನ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಮೇರಿ ಮೆಲಾನ್. ಆಕೆಗಿತ್ತು, ಆಕೆ ಅಡುಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಳು, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮನೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಳು, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್ ಹಚ್ಕೊತಾನೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಳು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲುಕ್ ಆ್ಯಟ್ ದ ಸಿವಿಯರಿಟಿ ಹಿಯರ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಸೇ ಕಂಟ್ಯಾಮಿನೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಅನ್ಹೈಜಿನಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಿಂದ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಶಿ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮೇರಿ. From that time she is called as Typhoid Mary. ಮೇರಿ ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ನನ್ ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ದ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ವಿಚ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್? ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಫೇಮಸ್ಲಿ ನೋನ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮೇರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಕೇಮ್ into existence, and later on how she started to spread the disease. That's why what we say, all these are infectious diseases which can be easily spread from one person to another person. Okay, so with these we have the next major part. The next major part is malaria. How malaria is spread. There is a life cycle of the Plasmodium vivax. This Plasmodium, how it completes its life cycle with the two different hosts, man and a mosquito. So that we'll see in detail account in the coming class. Thank you.